In this video, I will demonstrate how to do analysis of data without writing a single formula. So for example, I have this data I have generated randomly, which has fields as ID, first name, last name, email, gender, company name, language, job title, university and graduation year. So if you assume that this data is coming from some Google form and we want to do basic analysis of this data, so how we can do it without writing formula. So this is what we will understand in this video. So we'll understand two things. One is how to randomly generate this data so that you can do analysis. First, I'll show you how to generate data randomly which appear realistic, and the second is how to do analysis of this data. So let's get started. There is one website called Mockaroo.com. If you visit this website, you will find UI like this where you can select fields that you want in your data. So by default, it is showing certain fields already selected. Now I'll show you how we can add our own fields. So for example, I want to add a field. I need to click on this add another field. We'll see here one field has been added. Now I select on type. Then I'll get one dialog box. Now from here I can select the field that I want. For example, I want some field from personal category. I click on here. So I'll get number of options, and from this you can select the field that you want. For example, I want say car model year. I can select it. So that will give you number, but you can use that number to represent any other thing. For example, you can use it for your birth year or you can use it for your graduation year. So in this way we can add field. So I already prepared required fields for the data that I have shown. So you can see the fields are company name, language, job title, university and graduation year. Once we do this, we can preview what data we are getting by clicking on this preview button. You'll see preview of data. So you'll get by default 1000 records. It is displayed here. Then you click on download data. Then data will be downloaded in CSV file. So we have this data downloaded CSV file. Now that file you need to upload to Google Drive, and you can open it as a Google Sheet. So you'll get data like this. So that is step number one. Now step number two is we want to analyze this data. Let me show you how to do that. So for example, I want to do analysis of gender. So I click on this column gender. I go to data, and under data menu I have option called column stats, that is column statistics. So Google Sheet provides this feature for getting the statistics of data. So it provides count and distribution of data. So let's select this column stats, and now on right hand side you'll see column statistics. You can see here the analysis of data. I can also specify which row I want to ignore. So I've said 1, so that will not be considered in counting the data. So you see two options. One is a count, second is distribution. For certain data, distribution may not be possible, so you'll be able to see count. So for example, for categorical data, distribution is not possible, but for number data we can have distribution. So I'll show it for graduation year. So let's see for count. So you can see count, it's showing how many males are there, how many females are there, and other genders are also shown depending upon what type of data we have selected. You can also see at the bottom, you can see which items are most frequently occurring. For example, female 473, male 434, and other values are also shown with their frequency. We can also show list occurring by clicking on this list occurring items. So in this way we can do basic analysis of data without writing any formula. Now same way I can see the statistics of other fields. So I need to click on this next column, say company name. So I can see from what all companies the respondents have responded. Same way I can see their count. I can see list occurring and most occurring. So in this way we can see the analysis of the data. Let's select for say graduation year. So now it's a number, so I can have count as well as distribution. So you can see the count of data starting from say 1955. If you hover on this, you'll get there is a one respondent from 1955, and you can scroll this data and you'll see that options are available. You'll see count for various years available. We can also see distribution. If you click on this distribution, you will see distribution of data, and at the bottom we can also see most occurring item and least occurring item and their frequency. So in this way we can easily do analysis of data that we are getting via any form submission. So we don't need to write a formula to do basic analysis. This feature is very useful. It's supported in Google Sheet. We can use it for different situations. So we don't need to write any formula. Thanks for watching and happy learning. Feel free to subscribe this channel.